right, y'all. Today we have a band that y'all love. We've listened to quite a few of their songs, and we know they're pretty diverse. But the last song that we did was a beautiful ballad, "Bed of Roses."
Oh, and it was it was softer, but it was still great.
I loved it. Jon Bon Jovi's voice in a ballad setting is beautiful. But you guys said, wait, you guys need to remember that Bon Jovi can get a little wild, and that's what we're going to do today with the song Wild in the Streets. But before we get to the good stuff, which is in music, we'll introduce ourselves. You are here at Rob's Spot Reactions with your girl Amber.
And your boy JM. We are here Monday through Sunday, 3 times a day with amazing suggestions that are always sent in to us by
you guys,
our amazing RSR family. Some Bon Jovi, I feel like you can never really go wrong whenever you come to this band here. So we're definitely ready to check it out. Wild in the Streets. Let's get it. Was wild every time.
Had a date with the girl next door. You know it made her daddy crazy. It only made her want him more. But they were looking for trouble. That boy didn't want to fight. Not tonight. So she headed out through the bathroom window. What her daddy didn't know it's gonna be alright. She said, oh yeah, we're cruising to the backbeat.
And we know during this time, y'all was wild. You can just look at the video. You can just look at the people in the video, like, oh, you know they was wild. Just that 80s was, a free, wild time. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. It was just a crazy time to be alive. Obviously, we weren't in those times, but we've got to see, through all these amazing bands and movies, like the 80s. Woo! Y'all was a different breed back then.
And when I think of the 80s, I heard you say sex, drugs, and rock and roll. And that's such a popular term, but I don't think sex, drugs, and rock and roll when I think of the 80s. I think of a very free and rebellious youth. I think I often, when we listen to music and when we listen to the music, it is a time that you look back on like, man, what a time that probably was to be alive. What a time it was to go and be social. What a time that was to experience the music that was coming out and just the things that were happening within the world and the way things were changing and how this generation had a hand in the way that music was going to change and music was going to change and movies and music videos as well. They had such a hand in it, and it was such a creative and quirky and cool time. They were wild, but they were so very free, and it's a beautiful in-your-face type of freedom. I really
no doubt. And Bon Jovi is one of those bands that when you go to their videos, they're definitely gonna take you back and show you how they live, them and the Aerosmiths. That's what I love about watching some of their videos. Mm-hmm. You get the behind the scenes stuff that you don't normally see with a lot of other groups. But let's get back.
Wild in the streets. Wild in the streets. Rock band.
Hey.
I love it.
I love it because, like I said, to me, it is that right there just kind of summed it all up. You know, y'all of that time, y'all were wild. Y'all were wild in them streets. It was the times where, you know, you could get away without anyone knowing. You could go somewhere without anyone knowing where you are, without the technology and the cell phones. Y'all was out there running wild, running amok, and your boy Jay is jealous. I wish I would have been a part of that.
I love songs like this, especially, I told you guys, my mom was a teen in the 80s. I was a very naive child. I believe my mama never drank. She never partook in bad extracurricular activities. And now I'm listening to this music, and now that I'm older, I call her and I'll be like, you know, y'all are really wild. And she'll tell me, she'll be like, oh, honey, yeah, I can't believe you ever believed that. I mean, there's a picture of her holding a beer bottle in her cheerleading uniform. She said, oh, I was just holding that for a friend. I believe that for a solid 20 plus years. But now I know honey was absolutely wild. My daddy used to try to tell me, and I did not believe him. But I listen to songs like this. I picture my mom with her big hair, her beautiful smile, those green eyes, just being absolutely wild. And I love that because that's a time that when you're a kid, you don't get to see. And so now I kind of get to relive of what I think my mom was doing. And she used to call and tell me these stories. So I love songs like this. I love that guitar and that piano at the end. And then that chorus was an anthem with Bon Jovi's voice. It was cool.
That was fire. Thank you guys so much for that suggestion for us to get to knock out another Bon Jovi. But as we always send you out of here, we love you, we thank you, we appreciate you. And remember, every single day that you wake up, it is a blessing and that you are blessed. And for your new family members that hit that subscribe button down below, we welcome y'all to the RSR family. But you have a goal every day just like we do. Let them know, Ma.
All right, y'all. All you have to do is go out in this beautiful world and make somebody smile.
We love y'all. Till next time, we'll see you guys later.